Welcome to the channel. This is my Pecron E2000, which I have two of them. This one I bought brand new. I have another one that I bought off of a guy in Louisville, Kentucky, and I give him $400 for it. He worked for a company that does tests on products, sweepers, refrigerators, whatever, and they also get power stations. So I bought my second one off of him. But this one I bought brand new, and a few months ago, probably 5 or 6 months ago, I bought the bottom eb3000 battery expansion pack, and they had a sale on them last week, and I bought my top one there off of them for $749. At shipping, everything, so that was a great price. So I grabbed it. It was delivered day before yesterday, so I've been charging it yesterday, and it finished up this morning because you got to charge it DC unless you hook it up to the E2000, but you got to get into the screen there on the E2000 and set it up for your watt hours, and I didn't want to take a chance on screwing anything up, so I just hooked another power station up to it DC through the USB port. So I've been charging it. It finished up this morning. And I have a lot of people asking me all the time, ever since I put my review up of the E2000, how do you sync up the eb3000 battery expansion pack? And it's hard to put in comments or put in an email because that's a lot of writing, because believe me, it's something that you can't just say how to do it. And I've only seen one, maybe two other videos that shows you how to do it. So I figured I'm going to show y'all how to do it. That way you can, instead of emailing me, you can just watch my video, pause it, whatever you need to do. This will set it up for you, whether you got one expansion pack or two expansion packs. And like I said, if you can get these on sale, it's a great price. Pecron is a great product. I've never had a problem out of any of them. My one used, I guess you could call used E2000, one time it overloaded when I was running both fridges and both freezers. And I don't know if they all just surged at the same time or it just had a brain fart. I don't know. But it overloaded and kicked off. That was a one-time deal. I've never had another problem out of it. But I own two E2000 units, two eb3000 expansion batteries. I own the E600 and the E1500. And I'm flat telling you, they're great products. A lot of people will tell you, they've had problems, they don't like them. Me personally, I think they're great. They absolutely get the best efficiency than any other power station I've ever tested. And I'm talking even Blue Eddy. These things are great, and they're budget priced. They're a good product. They don't put their all the best looks and everything, because that's what's saving you money. These do look a little cheaper than a Blue Eddy or an Anchor, but I'm flat telling you, they're more efficient. You can depend on them. They're a great product. They really are. Like I said, I've never had a problem out of them. I'm just going to go over real quick. Your 2000 LFP, it's a 1920 watt hour, 2000 watt continuous, 4,000 watt surge peak power, LiFePO4 batteries, 3,500 plus cycles to 10 years. And y'all have heard me before, if you take it from 100% battery and use it down to 0 when it quits and recharge it, that's one cycle. So you get 3,500 plus cycles on this before it drops to the 80% mark. And that's in 10 years, literally. So when that happens, you don't throw it away. It ain't no good. What it means is, if this thing right here will run, let's just say my refrigerator for 10 hours, in about 10 years, it'll just run it for 8 hours. So no big deal. When you buy these, as long as you take care of them, they should last forever. It's 48.5 pounds. And we're talking about the E2000 right here, the main unit. It's the solar input is 12 volt to 95 volt, and it's got 2 ports for solar right here. And you can use one and get 600 watts solar, or you can use both and get 1200 watts solar charging. It's a 2-year warranty. And right now today on their website, it's $719. So I just want to throw that out there. On Amazon, it was a little more. I'm wanting to say it was like 810 or 20 bucks, something like that. And now, far as the battery expansion packs, the eb3000, the model is the eb3000-24v expansion battery. It's 3,072 watt hours. It's LiFePO4 batteries, again 3,500 plus to 10 years. It's got a BMS, battery management system, protects from overloading, surges, heat, too cold, all that. So you're protected on that, and that's on both of them. The expansion battery pack is 57 pounds. It does weigh, but you're not going to be moving this around anyway. It's, again, got 2-year warranty. And today on Pecron, it's $809. And the reason I bought the top one there, it just come day before yesterday. I got it on sale to my door, tax, shipping, everything, for $749, which was a super great price. Because when I got my first one, roughly 5-6 months ago, I paid $8.99 for it. So, and that was regular price then. So I jumped on the $749, believe me. And now, if you look at it like this, here's why I got the expansion battery. The E2000 here alone is 1,920 watt hours. If you add just one expansion battery to it, that is 4,992 watt hours. Now, if you add both the expansion batteries, you're getting a total of 8,064 watt hours. So that's freaking great. I mean, you could run your home or, your appliances and all that for quite a while. And just to give you an example, my double door refrigerator, I used my E2000 and one expansion battery, the bottom one there, and it ran my double door refrigerator till it died, 57 hours and 30 minutes. So can you imagine what 2 expansion batteries will do? So I just wanted to point that out. I'm telling you, you're not going to beat the price on what you're getting, the watt hours and the power. You're not going to beat Pecron. I'm flat telling you, hands down. This ain't a paid for a video by Pecron. I'm not paid by Pecron. I'm just telling you the flat truth. I just mainly wanted to go over this to show you how to hook up your expansion batteries to your E2000. But I'm just telling you the truth. For the money, you are not going to beat these right here. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do this. And like I said, when we get into it, we'll start here in a minute. But just remember, your E2000, just the head unit right here, it is just 1920 watt hours. And then if you add one expansion battery, you're going to be setting it at 4,992 watt hours. And if you add both expansion batteries, which that's the limit for the E2000, if you put the E2000 and both expansion batteries hooked up together, that's 8,064 watt hours. And that's what you're going to be putting in here, is the watt hours. So I guess we can just get into it. I'm going to try to go slow and show you exactly what to do. And if you miss something, you know what, just rewind it, pause it, whatever you need to do. So let me set this up to where I can get right next to it and get the camera adjusted, and we'll get into it. The first thing we're going to do, if you have one of the very first series E2000 Pecrons, to start this process, you got to have it completely shut down, and then you will hold in the DC button for roughly like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, and it should come on and start blinking the battery. But mine is a newer one, so that doesn't go for mine. And what you do is you turn on either the AC or the DC, you turn it on, and then we're going to hold both DC and AC together. It's going to make the battery blink. Then you double tap the AC to get into the program. So we'll do that, hold them both. It's blinking, double tap, now we're into it. Now you don't want to go ahead and start hitting buttons everywhere because you're going to screw everything up. And I'm looking at this, the way I look at it anyway, as pages. As you can see on top, page 1. You know, however you want to tell yourself, but this is the number 1 page right here. This is your volts. We don't want to mess with the volts. And now your AC button is what's going to guide you through this. Long press tells this page that you're done and you will move on to the next one. But when we're selecting, you can just tap it. And I'm going to try to demonstrate here. I don't need to mess with this page, so I'm going to long press. We're at page 2. We don't need to mess with none of this. Long press. Page 3. I don't need to mess with this one. Long press. It went down to here, but I don't need to mess with it. Long press. Okay, now we are at the number 4 page, and this is going to show your watt hours, and this is what you're wanting to change. Now when I got this, or if you've just got the E2000, it's just going to show 1,920 watt hours. That's your watt hours on the E2000. Where I have added one battery expansion pack on here already, I switched mine to 4,994 watt hours. You just add your watt hours together. But now I need to add one more expansion pack, which is going to put it at 8,064 watt hours. So let me try this here. Now I'm on the 9. I need to change it to 6. I'm hitting my AC button to go through the numbers. I'm on 6. Now I need to move over to the 9 right there. Hit it one time, I'm at the 9. Now I need to make that a 0. There we are. I need to move over to where the 4 is at. One click, I'm at the 4. I need to change that to 8. I just click it. Don't hold it, just click it till you get to the 8. Now I am at my 8,064 watt hours. So I have both units. This is set to accept both units. Now I'm going to long press. Now we're on page 5. This page number 5 here is the brightness of your screen. And there's 3 levels. This is level 3. I'm going to go down to 2. A little dimmer. Level 1, very dim. Myself, I'll go back up. I like it on level 3. So now we're going to go to the next page. Hold. This right here is the timer to where if you're not using nothing but you have left this thing on, you're not using AC or DC, you can set it for your hours. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5, 6, and then back down. And I like to leave mine off because, I mean, I'm sorry, but I ain't stupid. I know if I'm going to leave it on or not. So I leave it off right there. So now we'll go on to the next page. Hold long press. This is your voltage. You don't want to mess with it. Another long press to move. We're at our 8. I don't know why, but it's the same page. I don't question them. I'm not the operator of this thing who made it and everything, but long press, we're going to finish up. There it is. It's reset now to the 8,064 watt hour for both expansion batteries. And that is all there is to it. And again, you know, if you're wanting to do this again, hold them both in. It'll blink. Double tap real quick. First page, long press to move to the second, long press to move to the third. It'll go down again, long press. We're going to go to the next page. That's our wattage. And again, I showed you how to change it. We'll move on to the next page. At your screen light level, move on to the next page. At your time to shut it off if you ain't using it, move to the next page. Voltage, move to the next page. Voltage, and reset. When you see that EEP, it's resetting. So that is basically all there is to it. And I hope that this has helped you. I know there's not a lot of videos about it, but if you got any questions, leave them in the comments or email me, eastkentuckyprepper@yahoo.com. But we'll take a look at the expansion batteries now. Right here is your battery status button. Green means everything's good. The first white dot there is 25% battery, second is 50, third is 75, and the last one is 100%. This is your number 2 extra battery port. This is number 1. And you can look down here on my other one. And when you're hooking these together, this is the best way I can explain it. You take your bottom one, number 2, down here, hook up your cable that comes with it. You'll have 2 of these with 2 batteries. You get 1 per battery. You take your number 2 on the bottom and connect it to the top number 1 right there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your second cord here. They're both the same on each end of these cords. You take your number 1 port and you come over here and you hook it to the E2000 right here port. So it's pretty simple, and it's in your manual. It shows you exactly which ports to hook it to. Man, this thing's shaking and I'm sorry. But these things are really worth it. You can get a lot of watt hours out of them. Let me show you this side. And here is your 12 volt to 30 amp right there, output. It's a XT60. Right here is the button for turning it on, the DC on. You have got a 100 watt USB-C right here, a 18 watt USB-A, and right here is your input for solar, DC input, 12 to 95 volt, 400 watts. If you're just wanting to hook this up separate to solar and not go through the E2000. You've got your air vents right here and right here. And my second one down here is the exact same thing. So you've got everything that you need. So like I said, all 3 of these together, you're going to have a monster of a power station. But right there is your cable, and you get 1 per battery. So you can hook both of these up to your E2000 and you are good to go. But I just wanted to show this video, that way, you know, instead of you wanting me to comment and explain it in a written book how to do this, you can just watch the video and pause it as you go. But if I can help you in any other way, all you got to do is comment or email me. I'll be glad to help. Right here, you get your manual. It shows you everything you need to know. And I'm going to try to find that. Right there it is. If you can see that right here, that shows you exactly how to hook up your batteries to your E2000 power station. You cannot go wrong. Shows you the cable hookup right there. So that way you ain't got to worry about it. It's easy to see. But it shows you everything in here you need to know. You get a couple of fuses. That way it doesn't damage your power station or your batteries. You can get these right here if you run out or something happens at any like hardware store, but definitely automotive store. They're just regular fuses. You get your nice little case right here. Little pocket right there. Great. Comes with every Pecron power station batteries you get. They send these. This right here is a lighter port to hook up in your lighter in your car. You hook this end up to your power station or your battery and it'll charge it. This one here is a 5521 female barrel port. You hook this up to your eb3000 expansion battery. And then this end is a female lighter port. You can hook your cooler, electric cooler, or a small little fridge or something like that while you're camping or traveling. You know, let your battery just keep it charged. So they send you that. Right here is your solar MC4 connectors for your solar panels on this end. This end is your 5-pin to either hook to your E2000 or your eb3000 expansion battery. This right here is alligator clips. They are not to jump your vehicle. Get that out of your head. Don't do it. This is to charge a battery. If your car battery is dead or weak, or you've got a LiFePO4 battery, you can hook the alligator clips up to it, and then your XT60 here will go into your eb3000, so you can charge it up on that. Here is a 5521 barrel port and your 5-pin. That way, if you need it to charge other things, you've got it. Right here is your 5-pin to go to your E2000 or expansion battery eb3000, and your Anderson cables. This way you can hook this up like I do to my solar. I have Anderson solar end on my solar cable, and then I just hook my solar up right here, and then this goes into my E2000, which then my E2000 will charge my batteries as well. So you get all of that with one eb3000 battery. So that's pretty good. They try to give you everything you need. So I appreciate you tuning into the video. I hope it's helped somebody out there. If you have any questions, comment or email me. I will try to help you the best I can. But again, I highly recommend Pecron. I know there's going to be some haters out there, but I'm sorry. I've never had a problem out of them. They run great. They're priced at a budget price. I'm telling you, for the long haul, you cannot go wrong with Pecron. So check them out, especially when they have sales going on. You can really save some money. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate you hitting that like button. Thank you again for everybody that watches the channel. Take care of your family, take care of your neighbors, and God bless.